take Jeff out. We can take Jay out. Kelsey, Karina, we can take her out. And the rest of them, we're gonna send full send automatic. All right. So that's going out. All right. So what picture? Oh, that guy? Oh my God. I put that there like,
say hi.
yeah, I put that there so long ago. Oh my God. That's funny. Oh, hold on. Cancel. What
There's a
am I
baby
doing
in the
here?
back.
What?
So there's a baby in the back.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm not sticking around for too long because I'm taking him to his um it was his graduation from elementary school yesterday, so I'm taking him to he wanted to go to Chinese buffet, so that's where we're going. Asian buffet, whatever, it's the same thing. What do you mean it's not? Asian and Chinese are like the same thing.
Yeah, well, Chinese is just Chinese food, while Asian food is all.
Okay. Yeah, whatever.
You just got schooled.
Smart guy over here. Yeah, so how we doing?
Calendar I just sent to you.
Oh, we got 10 people in here
Do
already?
you know how to print it double-sided?
What?
You know how to print it double-sided?
I'm gonna start muting some people real quick here.
You have to like take it out.
The hell? What is going on? I don't ever do this from my phone, so it's all weird. Okay, whatever. How's everyone doing? Anyone got a fun story to tell before I get off of here?
What kind of story you want to hear?
I don't know, man. Whatever you got. So it's okay. I'm just checking it. I'm trying to figure. I never use the app, so I'm figuring it out. Let's see. Oh, who can we pick on real quick? Can we pick on anyone? Well, Paige, since you're fresh and new, tell me, how's it going? Tell me what's going on. Tell me how the gym's been since I know that's brand new for you and how that's going. How you feeling?
It's going good. I never would imagine a year ago that I'd be waking up at fucking 4:30 in the morning to go to the gym.
Isn't it great?
Yeah,
Isn't it great?
no, it really is. Because that's the time I'd be rolling in, stumbling to bed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it feels really good.
I get up now probably around the same time I used to go to bed. And it's a very interesting thing. And I wake up without hangovers. So that's like
So
the thought of the fact that I haven't had a hangover in 7 years is strange to me. So it still feels weird. It still feels weird when I tell people I don't drink. It's the strangest thing. It never is like normal. You gotta, like, I guess I spent 20 years getting trashed all the time. So it's still weird to me. But
for sure.
all right, who we got? Who we got here? Check in with Robin, since we haven't talked to you in a while, say hi to everyone.
What up, gang? I can't stay long, but I wanted to see everybody's faces and the new faces. Hi, everybody. Sorry I ain't freaking been around. That's my bad. But I wanted to say hi. Work is work, but things are good. Things are good. I see you got the kiddo with you, JR.
Yeah, and he's going to we're going to dinner, so I'm just popping on to say hi, and then Sarah's going to take over.
Okay. I hope that everybody's doing good. Yes, sir.
How long do you have? Do you have a couple minutes?
Yeah, I got a couple minutes.
Hey, Sarah, I had a talk with her yesterday, and I guess maybe we'll just let you hop on now, and I'll go to dinner. But why she's here, and I guess I don't know how much time you have. She has PCOS, and I wanted to see what kind of advice you had for her as far as nutrition goes for PCOS.
Yeah, for sure. So, Robin, tell me a little bit about your diagnosis, how long you've had it, what kind of symptoms you experience, things like that.
Okay, so not to let the whole story be about me, but I'll make it quick. So PCOS was diagnosed at 11. That came obviously with its hormonal issues that are involved, and the main thing, of course, is it's insulin resistance. It's no metabolism. Everybody in this group right now, we can eat the exact same thing, and y'all can drop 10 pounds. For every 10 pounds you guys are able to lose, I lose 1. So that struggle, right? I can just be counting, anally overly counting calories, working out for 2 3, like doing what I need to do, and my body doesn't want to lose weight. I think that I have an endomorph shape, but with the PCOS it's hard to lose weight. And with that, is there, when you're a male or female, because I don't want the guys to just think we're talking girl talk, when you have a hormonal imbalance, are there certain foods or certain diets that is there a certain road that you need to take to assist with combating your hormonal imbalance?
Yeah, so it kind of is with nutrition, it's a lot of trial and error and seeing what works and what doesn't. So typically for my PCOS clients, I have them, especially my active ones, carbohydrates tend to be a little bit more of an issue because of the insulin resistance. However, you still need them because it is your body's preferred source of fuel. So if you are going to the gym and you're like, I'm fasted, and you're not just doing a very low intensity, steady state, like you could do yoga fasted most likely and be okay, depending on how intense it is, the heat, how you respond to it. But some people just can't do that. So if you're doing like more of a steady state, you can go in with a little bit more carbohydrates before and after. Keep it around your workouts when you are most sensitive to the insulin. And then after that, you want to keep it a little bit more on the higher fat side, higher end protein side.
Yeah, I did notice. I noticed when I took a crack at keto that my body absolutely worked phenomenal on a high fat, moderate protein, low carb diet for whatever reason. And it made me hate carbs for a while, but I understand the need to consume the right carbohydrates because that's our body's first grab at energy, right? So once we deplete carbohydrates, that's when our body goes, where's our carbs? And starts that grabbing that stored fat. Now you're in ketosis. Eating a high fat diet, though, you could be skinny and have cholesterol up the wazoo, right?
Yeah.
So it's again with that fine tuning. But
Yeah.
I've been here for a while now with JR, and it's hard when we see me at like really being consistent with stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, I see all of y'all losing weight, getting your gains, and I'm over here like this and nothing's happening. And I'm like, eh. So we're trying to stop focusing on going harder at the gym. We need to take a deeper look at the nutrition. So maybe that can be a one-off. I don't want to take everyone's time talking about me, but we can have a one-off.
Yeah, let's definitely chat a little bit outside of this. I'll put my contact info in the comments so everyone has it. If you have any questions, you can shoot me a text, email, whatever. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You can be eating a high fat diet and be like, I'm in ketosis. And then your cholesterol is like, whoa, buddy.
Yes.
Yikes, that's not so great. So it's about figuring out what that balance looks like. So I'd be very curious to kind of see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially for women as well, because our hormones fluctuate a little bit differently, that it could definitely.
Exactly. And approaching 40, so things change and stuff. But I had to make the call short. Thank you so much for your time, and everybody else for listening to something about me. Paige, Phyllis, Michael, Jeremy, Kelsey, all my babies. I miss you guys, and I will be present more. But I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'll holler at you later, okay?
And really quick before
Hey,
you go,
Robin.
today they changed it from PCOS to PMOS, which is now poly.
Yes,
Okay,
I saw
look
that.
that up.
Which thank
Today
goodness,
it happened.
because for
Yeah.
PCOS for the last 20 years, it's been, just get on birth control and metformin. And now they're realizing that is an absolute Band-Aid. So yes, yes. Okay, guys, be good. Stay sober. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, Robin.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
I'll send her your information if she didn't grab it.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go take my kiddo to go eat some Asian buffet, not Chinese buffet. I messed up earlier and he called me out. But Sarah's gonna take it over. You guys are gonna chat about some nutrition and ask her some questions. And if you guys need anything from me, you can give me a shout whenever. All right. All right. Bye, guys.
Talk to you tomorrow, Coach.
Bye.
All right, gang. So if you're new, so if you just hopped on, or if you weren't here last month, just a quick refresh. Hey, I'm Sarah Boltz. I own a business built by Boltz. It is a surf, fitness, and wellness business. I do nutrition coaching, personal training, and remote programming. And I also give surf lessons. So with that being said, my background is that I'm a recovering bulimic, and my time in treatment really changed my relationship with food and changed how I thought about it and thinking about foods as good and bad versus, okay, if you're eating in like a balanced way, things just like okay. So I like you don't really have to be stressing quite as much and be as restrictive as I was. So that's kind of my background in that. So last week we kind of touched on what are macros, like macronutrients, carbs, protein, fats, talking about how that all plays into our diet. This week, I wanted to start off by, does anyone have any residual questions from last time? Anything that's come up in the last month? Go ahead. We're all good. It's quiet today.
I actually had a question for you. I think
Wait.
it's more about like I'm terrible at organizing my food. I'm just like, oh, I leave the house and I have like a jerky stick, maybe a hard-boiled egg, and I'm like, I gotta go, you know? So
Yeah.
and then like I try to pack a lunch, like try to get like a salad or something light for lunch, but I'm struggling like getting my protein in and
Okay.
trying to figure that out. You know, I'm terrible at organization.
Okay, so is that like I'm bad at planning my meals out for the day, or I'm just kind of like, well, fuck, I guess this is what I got, so I just got to keep going? Or is it like, I don't know how to put a meal together. Like, what does a meal actually mean?
That's I think really what it is.
Okay.
Because I'm just trying to get stuff in, and I just am like, I don't know how to really put it together.
Yeah, cool. So that was actually one of the things that that's going to bring up. So building a balanced meal. So stick of jerky, hard-boiled egg, great for protein and fats. Love it. Probably a good snack just to hold you over. My guess is you're probably hungry within about 90 minutes of eating that, kind of depending on the person. I know I would be probably an hour later, like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
ready for a little more. So when we structure our meals and snacks, I always like to have my clients think about it like some kind of protein, some kind of fat, maybe carbohydrate, some kind of fiber in there. So with that, you could do your jerky stick, egg, and then let's grab like a banana or a piece of fruit, something like that. Um, if you're going to turn that into a whole breakfast, you could do an egg, a couple egg whites. You can either do them like bake that in little muffin tins and then take those like 2 or 3 with you at a time. You can have fruit with that, or you could just be like, you know what? I'm gonna put that on a bagel and make myself a little sandwich, and I'm gonna have a great time.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do a little avocado or cheese with that if you need a little bit more fat than the yolk. And then as far as lunch goes, salads can be really light. They're great. They can be really light, or they can be like a freaking party. I like to make my salads a party, so I'll do like whatever kind of protein I have. Usually we bake a bunch of chicken for the week, and so I'll just have like chicken breast. I'll throw in sweet potato, some seasonal fruit or veggie. So I've been loving blueberry, cucumber, and then walnuts, maybe a little goat cheese or something, whichever one I'm feeling a little bit more of.
Okay.
Balsamic dressing, and there we go. So we got a carb,
Blueberries.
protein. Don't knock
Okay,
it
I
till you
never thought
try
of
it.
that.
Yeah, don't knock it
Yeah.
till you try it. It's good.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm just like leaves and ranch.
Leaves. Yes, the leafy one, the leafy things.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
Okay.
can pump that up a little bit more because I feel like that's people either have like chicken, like baked chicken breast and like no dressing and leaves and yay. And that's one of the most sad salads I've seen. I'm like, salads can be really
Yeah.
fun, or they could just
Okay.
be, or they can be sad, or it can be like you go get a Caesar salad somewhere and it's just drenched in dressing and you're like, I don't know if
Yeah.
this is even healthy anymore.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm like, I'm eating leaves, but I think there's more ranch in here.
Yeah. Why don't these taste like ranch? So
Yeah.
then with that, do you typically find issues with snacks or with dinner?
Yeah, honestly, every time after dinner, I'm like right after dinner, 5 minutes within I'm done eating like my like high steak, you know, like I'll do like steak and sweet potatoes and then like some broccoli or green beans. And then
Okay.
I'm like
Perfect.
looking around for food afterwards. Where can I eat some Cheez-Its really quick or
That might be because you didn't have enough earlier. So I like to have people like really, if they can do breakfast, and like make that your biggest, one of your bigger meals of the day, that and
Okay.
lunch, just because that's when you're going to use more of that fuel throughout your day, and it kind of sets the tone
Okay.
for the rest of your day. So you might be, I notice in particular for me, if I don't eat enough at breakfast, I'm hungry like every hour, and then I'm really annoyed because I'm hungry all the time. But
Yeah.
if I eat enough, so my breakfast, I'm not gonna lie, I am a semi-professional athlete, is about 600 or 700 calories. If you want to think about it, yeah, it's big. People are like, oh my God, that's like half of what I eat a day. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
But if you allot a little bit more there, it sets the tone for the rest of your day. So
Okay.
think about it that way. So I would say for you, maybe think about, okay, how many, like, can I bump up the jerky and the hard-boiled egg? Like, you don't have to change it. If that's working for you right now, great. Let's bump it up. Let's add a little bit of fruit in there. Maybe even add a second egg or a second jerky stick. Because sometimes if you're on the go and that's your best option, that's what you got to go with and just make the best of it.
Okay. Okay.
And then
Perfect.
I'd say lunch, let's be like, okay, let's add a little bit more here. And then notice if you need snacks throughout the day. You're like, all right, I need something else. Can I grab like, if you grab nuts, I would pre-portion them out for yourself because it's hard. When you look at a serving of nuts for the first time, you're like, that is not what I've been eating. I've been eating twice this. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That, and then adding in, yep, fruit or veggies, something like that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't do too much veggies and fruit, honestly. I've just been trying to get protein and cutting bread.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. That's what a lot of people say. Everyone's like, trying to hit my protein goal. I'm like, yep, everyone is.
it's so hard.
It is. I actually have a new client who said the same thing. He, like, when we started, he's like, I'm good on protein. I was like, okay. He came to me yesterday. He's like, I have no idea how to hit this much protein. I was like, I got you. It takes time. Once you kind of know how much you need to hit, it can take time. Some people hit it right away, and
Okay.
some people it takes a few weeks to build up.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think definitely if you can pump up that breakfast a little bit more, and then at lunch, if you're like, oh, this chicken looks like a decent amount, just add a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your
Do you do
breakfast.
protein shakes or anything?
I kind of do, but I'm lactose intolerant and they always hurt my stomach pretty bad.
Okay.
So
Gotcha. Okay. So might not be your best. First Form has a decent plant-based one.
okay.
They have a bunch of different flavors. I'll put that because the
Cool.
spelling's weird.
Are most protein shakes dairy based? I'm assuming it's a shake, so I'm assuming. But like, is there alternatives that are non-dairy besides the one you said plant
Yeah.
based?
Yeah, so some of them you want to look for, it's usually a blend of like pea protein and a couple other things in order to have all of the essential amino acids, basically like 9 different amino acids that are comprise protein. It's what they break down and what protein breaks down into that our bodies don't make ourselves. That's like a super very technical thing. So you want to look for one like that. First Form is pretty good with that because then that way you're getting all of the benefits of protein. It's not just like a couple amino acids here, a couple there, and you're like, okay, great, I got it, but not quite enough. Let me see. Are you talking about like pre-made?
Yeah, I would say yeah, like ready to go. But because I know like when I go to the gym, if I don't have like my follow-up drink, I will buy like a muscle milk or something.
Okay.
But I mean, I feel like drinking the dairy kind of bothers my stomach during workouts. So if there's like a non-dairy option, that would be.
Let me look for some. Okay, Orgain is a pretty good one.
What is it?
Orgain, like organic, but like Orgain.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, I
I
think
like
they're
that. That's funny.
popular.
One Up has a vegetarian protein as well.
Who does?
One Up,
One Up? Okay.
yeah.
I'm like looking at all the different options. I would say so there's one brand, it's called Koya, Koia. I've had it. I didn't particularly care for the texture and the aftertaste, but if it works for you, that's got about 18 grams. That's a pretty good post-workout shake. I'm just looking at the nutrition stuff right now. I would probably still add a piece of fruit to it or some other kind of carbohydrate just to give you a little bit more, but that would be a good place to start.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Sure.
So in regards to meal prepping, I want to start getting into that. I have a problem with eating the same thing. I got to get over it. I'm not a millionaire that can afford to eat whatever I want whenever I want. But I
Jeremy,
have
keep
like
it simple.
I know I have in my mind like a different meal every day. Like, but I'm trying to that wouldn't work with meal prepping. I was thinking like maybe get a variety of sauces for like chicken and
Yep. Yeah.
but you got to watch with them too as well, right? Like, do you have any sauces you recommend?
So let's back that up to like meal prep. I don't want to eat the same thing because I get it. A lot of people don't. They're
Yeah.
like, if I eat this one more time, I'm gonna punch someone in the face. So I pretty much eat the same thing, but then I'll mix up, like you said, your sauces. So I'll have like sweet potato, but I might make it a burrito bowl one night, and then the next day it'll be in my salad with blueberry. So it's the same thing, but it's mixed up a little bit so that it doesn't feel like I'm having the exact same meal. So introducing different sauces, different herbs even, if you're trying to be conscious of adding extra calories and stuff like that. Herbs are a really good option to add things in. You can make it super light. Like you can make a easy tzatziki sauce with Greek yogurt, little cucumber, dill, garlic, salt, lemon. Boom. It's now a Greek meal. So that's a good option. I really like Primal Kitchen for their sauces. They tend to have a really good, they are more on the pricey side. But I really like their ingredient list. I like the taste. So I haven't had anything bad from them. So I like that one. I'll put that one in there. So I would say like, because you asked about pasta last time too, right, Jeremy? Was that you?
Mm-hmm.
That's about pasta.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. So you could do like pasta with red sauce, pasta and pesto, and you can throw in like tomatoes, roast some peppers, things like that. So you're like, okay, it's still
Okay.
pasta, but it's different.
So it's kind of tricking yourself into thinking it is a whole new meal because there's different spices or different sauce or
Yeah,
so
exactly.
okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to play mind games with yourself. And then every once in a while, you
know.
gotta be like, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to go buy something different. I'm treating myself. Just watch how much you do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Other questions
I
on that?
I was just going to throw in, I don't know if this is the healthiest thing, but as someone who also doesn't like eating the same thing every day, I usually will cook once. I'll do like peppers and onions and then throw in either sausage or chicken or something and just make that so I can add it on rice or like in a quesadilla. But also at the same time, I'll do a sheet pan with vegetables and chicken in the oven. So then I've got like my staples. And if I want to eat it over rice, I can. If I want to eat it plain, which a lot of times I just eat it plain, then I've got like for lunch would be one, for dinner, then I can alternate. And for me, it's not the same meal 4 times. It's I just alternate my lunch and dinner, and that has helped me a lot. But like peppers and onions is so easy, and then you just throw whatever else you want in there. And that's been a huge. I just keep it in a Ziploc in the fridge.
Yeah, no, that's great. If you can make that, because that's usually how I do it, because I don't know about anyone else, but I'm like, I don't want to spend 4 hours in the kitchen doing this meal prep and like everything's stored in a container. Like it looks super great on Instagram, don't get me wrong, but then I'm like, I don't want to touch that. I put so much work into that. I don't want to touch it. So I'll have like 2 days where I'm like, let's make rice today. Let's roast some veggies. Let's bake that chicken. And then off we go. That's what I got. So I like to do it that way too, where I'm kind of like, here's your staple things and then mix it up however you want. Yeah, it's a good idea. Anybody else?
I think I'm gonna start. I think I'm gonna buy like a rotisserie chicken and start my meal prep with that. Make some meals with that because it's a good starting spot.
It's a great starting spot. You can do so much with that. Yeah, you can even make like a chicken salad with that one day. If you're like, okay, I want something a little bit colder, do it that way. Yeah, that works. Cool. It's good stuff so far. Anyone else got anything?
I heard you say a lot about chicken whenever you were talking about all that. I'm a barbecue nerd, and I like
Okay.
to smoke things on my pellet grill.
Mm-hmm.
So like ribs, chicken, pork.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at Chick-fil-A for like 7 months back
Mm-hmm.
when I was younger, and I have a love-hate relationship with chicken. I'm
I
also
bet.
I developed a late allergy to eggs. I can eat it cooked in, but I can't eat it like boiled eggs. Like I love deviled eggs. Oh my gosh, I miss eggs so much, scrambled eggs, all that.
Mm-hmm.
But is there anything with I've been learning slowly this last couple of weeks that cooking things changes the dynamics of the nutrients I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
It's smoking versus baking versus, the different methods of cooking. Is that going to change anything? Is there certain meats I should stay away from?
No, I don't think so. I think for the most part, smoking is more of a flavor. I need to double check that though, because I think there's something with like liquid smoke or like some kind of artificial smoke. There was something with that, but I don't think smoking's an issue with it.
Yeah,
I think it's
that's
just
against barbecue rules. Liquid smoke is frowned upon.
Strict no.
yeah. Yeah, I was like, let me think about the things that I've heard. So no, I haven't heard any issues about that. I think that's totally fine. If that's what you prefer, do it do it that way. I think that's great. Yeah.
I
Let
know.
me see. Any like needs to stay away from. I don't really have people stay away from things per se. I just kind of say like be mindful about what you get. So if you're gonna do pork belly, if you're like paying attention to your nutrition, you're probably going to be like, I can only have a little bit of pork belly for like that much. That's going to pack in some fats. So you might be like, okay, I'm gonna have a pork belly like just a little bit on the side, and that's it. So I would just say like being mindful of the fat content of the meats mostly. So I think Daryl, you have a hand up?
Hi, yeah. I think I just listened in last time you were here, so I
Yeah,
just kind of have a couple questions. But
sure.
how do you feel about like just like drinking coffee in regards to like weight loss? Because my friend said coffee is acidic, so it's not really the best. Like I'm just drinking like black coffee nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so not the best in terms of what? Like because it is acidic?
Yeah, I mean I haven't like looked this up on Google or anything yet, but like, does it really affect like your weight loss like that, or what does that exactly mean? I'm kind of ignorant.
So no, that's fine. There's so much information out there. I actually read something today and I was like, that's not quite right. I was like, that's not how that works. So no, there's a lot of information out there. I'm glad you're asking. So for coffee, there's a couple things to it. Yes, it is acidic. However, coffee also has like good quality coffee also has antioxidants in it. So is that trade-off. In terms of weight loss, unless you are downing like a 300 calorie latte multiple times a day, you're not going to gain weight from coffee. It can be caffeine in general can be an appetite suppressant, so you do have to be conscious of that, especially if you have a history with disordered eating. Hello. Um, so you do have to be conscious about why are you drinking this coffee and things like that. But other than that, not really. Like, no, I don't think it's going to impact your weight loss all but that much.
All right. And then another thing, my friend told me this is kind of in regards to workout and like protein, like because I just take my protein and creatine in a shaker,
Hmm.
but he told me, oh, you want to like just take that like even before like you shower or anything, like as fast as you can after the workout. Is that how true is that? How much does that help like for muscle build?
Yeah, so great question. So they call that in bro science the window of gains. And it used to be like you had to have it in within 30 minutes or else you're gonna like lose all your gains. Not true. It doesn't work that way. It's actually a little bit longer than we think it is. I would say what I tell my clients is do, especially if you're trying to put on muscle, you do want to aim for that 30-minute window, but it's not a hard and fast rule. Um, And then with that, you want to make sure that you're not sweating anymore, you're not breathing heavy or anything like that. You should be able to have a conversation with me like this. That's when your body is ready to rest and digest. Because if you have it when you're still sweating, you're still heavy breathing, you might feel a little bit sick because your body's not ready for it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, thank you for that. I don't really know if I have another question right now, but thank you.
Yeah, if one comes up, just feel free to say, hey, you got a question. Cool.
I'm
Anybody?
stealing bro science. I'm going to say that at some point. I love it. Can I say something about barbecue to the bearded one? By the way, you can totally make burnt ends out of a chuck roast on the smoker. You're welcome. Go down a rabbit hole.
Phil, did you
Tried it
ask me
once and
about
it didn't
the
turn out.
shea? Was that you about the shea butter last time? They did a detox and they said, okay, so actually I was kind of right. So what they wanted to make sure was that it could also get out from your pores, but if you use shea butter, it keeps everything in. It like locks your moisture in basically. So it wouldn't get out the pores.
Oh,
It would come out some other way, but they were basically like full on like whatever we're
true.
trying to detox, like yeah.
Everything. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't because there's shea fat. It's because it blocked your epidermis from. Okay. That
Yeah.
makes more sense. Thank you for looking into that because it always bothered me.
Yeah. It bothered me too. I was like, what? Yeah.
Maybe that was bro science.
I was gonna say TikTok science on that one. Oh, good stuff. Did anyone else see that reel that's going around about bananas and berries? You guys seen that? So there's this reel that's been going around where the guy's like, I guess I can't have banana in my berry smoothie anymore because it just completely like destroys the health benefits of berries. Not true. So this is one of those like not absolutely kind of example. So bananas do disrupt flavonoids, which are just one of the antioxidants in blueberries, but not all of them. So it might render that one a little bit more useless, if you will. That's a very kind of like harsh term to use, but it's not going to completely negate the health benefits of having berries. So that's another TikTok science one for you that's come up recently. Cool. Good stuff, guys. Any other ones?
My name's Justin, by the way. I forgot how to change the great bearded one. That was a joke on another Zoom call I was on. So
Oh, you're like, shit, I'm stuck
apologies.
with it.
It fits though.
Hey, I like it. I like it. Anybody
Yeah,
else? Paige, I heard you're just getting into the gym. How are you finding that with eating and things like that?
Oh, it's been good actually. My appetite has gone up increasingly. Like I went to a barbecue the other day for Memorial Day and I had like a cheeseburger and a hot dog and I was like, what? So, but like since I am a very tiny creature, and I don't necessarily know how to like eat like what I should be eating because
Mhm.
I just fucking shove food in my face. Probably not the best. I've given up Taco Bell, and JR would be so proud of me. He jokes with me all the time.
That's
Um,
hilarious.
yeah, but I think I need to start like I just need like maybe a plan as to what I need to be putting in my body because I don't know.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure. Are you
Taco Bell
typically
sounds really good.
sorry.
I'll stay away though, but it does sound good.
like Taco Bell? I feel like Taco Bell's good like in one case, and then you're just like the other side of eating Taco Bell.
Yeah. You feel like shit afterwards, but it's
Yeah.
like, is it worth it? No.
All right, we'll circle back to this. I have more questions about eating habits, but I don't know. I'm gonna pull. Oh, where'd you go? Zoom. It says Zoom user is your name. I'm gonna pull you up mute. Hey, am I frozen? Are you frozen? I think you're still on mute.
I'm sorry. I'm
No,
bad.
you're good.
Hey, my name is Helana, by the way. Question for you is about seed cycling. So, like hormonal balance as well. So how do you feel about seed cycling, like pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds,
Yeah.
sesame seeds? What is your take
Yeah.
on that?
So my take on it is that the evidence has been kind of spotty, inconclusive about it. So I say there's nothing wrong with eating any of those seeds any time of the month. I have tried it myself and it was just too much for me to keep track of. So I was like, I don't even know if this is working because I don't know what
Yeah.
I'm like, I messed it up. But I think that's one of those things where like if you eat a pumpkin seed and you're in like the wrong phase, like the world's not gonna end.
Yeah.
I will say I have been doing more of a deep dive for the ladies right now into like the luteal or like the PMS. Guys, take notes because I know y'all have been yelled at by one of us ladies for whatever reason while we're PMSing about that and how that impacts your energy performance on in the gym and things like that. So that one they have found that there can be a little bit of a drop off because we don't easily access the stored carbohydrates, so we might need to have a little bit more so that we can actually have fuel in the tank. But I haven't seen anything on seed cycling that is conclusive. I think if it makes you feel good though, that's one of those like if it's a placebo and you feel better doing it, great. Like I think I think it's fine. I see no harm in that.
One thing I have to say for the ladies too that I noticed, because I have hypothyroid, but I know not every woman has that. One thing about when working out in the gym, my sleep started decreasing a little bit. I'm hungrier. What I found is taking ashwagandha root before I go to bed at night, and that completely kept me slept all night long, and also kept my stress levels a lot low. So, because when I go to the gym, I pound out. I pound really hard. Like
Yeah.
it's my makeup. Like that's what I do.
Yeah,
But
girl.
it's um uh but the ashwagandha root really helped to calm me and to help me sleep through the whole night. So I
Yeah.
get like Gaia ashwagandha. For just anybody, even for men or anything, I don't know, but
Yeah,
that,
guys
you know,
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ashwagandha.
so it because I know like cortisol, when we work out and everything, higher cortisol, some things like that. Like I've been researching, when cortisol is big at night and stuff like that, or you can't sleep, stuff like that. So ashwagandha root, and I get the liquid one, and that really helped out tremendously. So I can get that sleep in. So the next day when I go work out, I'm not tired, I'm not fatigued. That was a big thing for me for a while. I don't know if anybody deals with that, but yeah. And then also another thing is banana. Um, does it matter if I eat a banana before or if I eat a banana after workout?
Either one's great.
It's
Either one
great.
is because you
Okay.
have carbohydrates that are very
Okay.
easily accessed by your body from the
Okay.
banana. You're getting some more potassium, magnesium from that. You're getting vitamin B6. So yeah, you're getting that
Okay.
before and after. That is great for muscle recovery and also just helping it stay smooth before the workout. So yeah, I think that's great. Brazil nuts
Okay.
are another good one if you have thyroid
Yep.
issues. Yep.
Yeah, I take Brazil nut. Yep. I eat those.
Awesome.
I eat at least one or two a day, and
Yep.
yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want to overdo it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Daryl, you have your hand up. Did I lose you?
I think that was just stuff from before, but shoot, I don't know if I have another question right now, but
Okay.
well, maybe a quick one. Like, is it really? Because I did create like a meal plan based like I asked Google Gemini of like the calories and the protein numbers that JR gave me, and so I started that, and it told me to start adding egg whites. Is that really that much more beneficial than like? Because I was eating 5 eggs before, and then I had some egg whites and I used them, and then I was like, I kind of went through that and I haven't gotten more. But is it just like lower your calorie count for your eggs, right?
Yeah, so I think in order to lower the caloric value of the eggs, you would have to swap out some of your 5 eggs for egg whites. But what that's doing is it's also putting more food volume in there. So you can have like a 200 calorie like brownie that's this big. If it's packed in with all kinds of stuff made with all this love, it's like not even a deck of cards, 200-calorie brownie. Or you can make a pretty decently sized breakfast with egg whites, omelet with egg whites for 200 calories, and then you can add some other stuff in. So therefore you have more food volume, so there's more food there, and that will help keep you fuller longer because there's more to digest.
Okay. All right.
Cool. All right. Greg, what's up?
Hey, yeah, I was just listening to the egg white situation too, and I was doing like 2 or 3 scrambled eggs and things, and so I swapped out for like 276 grams of egg whites, which is quite a bit, and then I put 30 grams of spinach and about 28 grams of Colby Jack cheese,
Okay.
and then I'll do like a bowl of oatmeal, like a bowl of peanut protein oats, and then
Okay.
just put like just a little bit of like sweet and low or something, and just enough to give it enough sweetness that I could choke it down.
Yeah.
And then another thing is, so JR put me on 2,500 calories. He put me on 251 grams of protein,
Okay.
220 grams of carbs, and 70 grams of fat, with a 20% range on that. So I can go below or above that and still be in range of my goal.
Okay.
I found that at the exact amount is like after a while, my metabolism is running rampant, and that's quite a bit of food and quite a bit of protein.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, I'm hungry all the time. So I started bumping up to like max out my range. So now I can have like 3,000 calories versus 2,500. And then on my fat, I can have like 80 grams instead of, I'm issued 70, but I can, like I said, 20% outside of that would be around about 80 or so,
Yeah.
I think, if I remember right. But anyway, I was just speaking on what you guys were talking about. I think I have divided my stuff up into like 3 meals, and then I try to like hack it down even further into like 7 meals, like 3 heavy meals and like 2 snacks
Yeah.
or something like that. And I
Yeah.
still eat like, I can still eat like, some like a small brownie or some kind of chocolate or,
Yeah.
some kind of crap food, as long as it's in that range. And so that satisfies or I save that for when I get home at night or something like that, and I'm hungry, I can have a few, 200 or 300 calories with, and I like Greek vanilla yogurt and some, just a little bit of, just 1 serving of peanut butter melted, and throw some little bit of some berries in there. And that usually that hits that sweet spot for me.
Yeah.
That sweet for me.
Comes by in the near future.
And
There's a
also,
like Aldi
so what I
paperback by the front door. It's stuff for her safe to shake.
You're good.
I also was wondering, like, how do I deal with the hunger? I mean, I guess right now, oh, that's what I was going to say. Right now, I broke up with my girlfriend, and so I'm pretty much homeless. I'm staying with a buddy of mine, and I'm broke. My car is broken down. I got a lot of issues going on where I'm struggling with financially. So it's hard to like eating 3,000 calories of whole food, and that's hard on my budget.
Yeah.
And so I really just kind of was wondering, like, do you have any recommendations for that? Because I found ways around it, but just trying to pinch those pennies, man, because all I can really I can't afford a $400 a month or more grocery bill, just for myself.
Yeah.
So I'm eating things like grilled chicken, lean beef, baked potatoes, sweet potatoes, spinach, Colby Jack cheese, and then whatever else, and of course my breakfast that I already mentioned. And then I would like to be able to squeeze in some, like I said, some Greek vanilla yogurt or some fruit and veggies like you're talking about. I love some raw broccoli and carrots and cauliflower with just a tad bit of ranch. That's awesome. I love good country cooking, some good veggies and all that good stuff. So, and then also I have bipolar 1 disorder. So my mood is greatly affected by my nutrition. When I eat like garbage, I'm tired, I'm groggy, I'm like sleepy and just cranky, like moody. But when I eat healthy and eat clean, I feel so much better. I feel good about myself, and my mood is great. And then when I like mess up my diet for whatever reason, I can tell it. Like if I go eat a big old, 1,200 calorie Mexican dinner, and then I already know that it's going to make me miserable for about the next day or two.
Yeah.
And so, but anyway, I was just kind of wondering if you had anything on the whole budget deal.
On a budget. Yes, that was the other thing I wanted to bring up. So yes, really glad you brought that up. So, as far as stretching your dollars, especially when it comes to produce, if you can buy it frozen or canned, it is just as healthy as the real, not like real thing, but it's just as healthy. So they preserve it at its ripest, so it has like the most nutrients, and then it's just frozen real quick. So you can definitely look for more bulk items like that. If you can buy your oatmeal in bulk, that is also great. Is it like a packet of oatmeal that's like a protein oatmeal, or do you just make it yourself?
It's the canister, like quick oats,
Okay, perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, so if you keep doing that as much as you can get in bulk, that's a great idea. You can go local. That's even better because most local farmers are trying to get their stuff. They're like, I have too much of this, like take it. So then the price is lower because they're just like, I need this off my farm. Basically, I need space for it. So local, in season, always great bets. And then, like I said, frozen, it's just as healthy. I would say if you really like that raw cauliflower, little ranch, things like that, maybe you'd say like, okay, this is really important to me. I'm gonna have this week, and then maybe something else I can do frozen. Like if you like spinach in your omelet, and you're like, it's a little bit cheaper to buy frozen, it might work out to have it that way, and just kind of see, okay, does this affect the taste that much? Because sometimes it does, and it's just not the same, and that's okay. But trying that out and seeing if that'll work, that might be kind of a good idea.
Awesome.
Do you have
Thank
a
you.
Costco? Do you have access to Costco or anything like that?
Oh no, we have the Piggly Wiggly down where I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah, well, not literally, but look, well, I'm in a small town. We got Walmart and the IGA, Kroger's, those kinds of things. So
Okay.
yeah. But like I think it's something that you did mention was buying canned stuff, and the only canned meat I've been buying is tuna fish, and of course you can't. You can kind of overdose on tuna fish if you're not careful. And so it was released the way I understand it. But I have about 2 cans a week, or usually when can afford it. And then I was thinking that instead of buying a whole package of chicken breasts, I can just buy canned chicken.
Yeah, you
I
can
think
do that.
yeah, that's an idea. So yeah, that helped me out quite a bit there. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Canned salmon might be a little bit more expensive, but if you like it, that's also just to give you another option to have. I think for the canned tuna, I think you'd have to have like 2 cans a day every day for a long period of time in order for it to really affect you and to build up. So just take a little comfort in that as well. Cool.
Good.
Yeah. Sweet. All right. And back to you. Unmute.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yep.
So quick question. Do you have any advice for somebody who doesn't have a gallbladder? Because I don't have a gallbladder.
What a wild card. Not right now, but I will certainly do my research. Wow. That's not to say like that's exciting, but I love challenges. So
I would love the answer to that one too, because I don't have one either. So that'd be a double whammy.
Yeah.
yes,
Yep.
okay. Cool. I don't have anything right now. It's my first time I've heard of that. So I will definitely look into that though. But I always love me a challenge.
Yeah.
All the time. I have a client who has like several different autoimmune diseases. And so we had to literally like figure out what's triggering her stomach. So she doesn't even have an official diagnosis. So I was like, okay, we're going to go through all these things and we're going to figure this out. And by the time she went to a doctor, she was like, they said you did all the work for them. that that's exactly what they would recommend. I was like, yes. So I love me.
So, doing the other woman who doesn't have gallbladder, I just started doing this with Digest Spectrum times. So of course if I eat too much in one sitting, which is usually I eat like a half avocado, I can't have avocado and egg together. I go
Yeah.
straight to the bathroom. But
Yeah.
but I can have the avocado and I'll be okay. And then I can have the egg separately, I'll be okay. But
Okay.
if I tend to have like a higher fat diet, like if I not high fat, like if I have like a steak or something, I'll take this, which is it has it's a digestive enzyme to help digest the food because there's only so much, we're not getting the production of bile. It's
Yeah.
going straight, it's coming straight from the liver. So but yeah, I've been researching what's a good digestive enzyme, and this is the one that I got. So I'll take two if I'm having a higher
Thank
fat
you.
meal.
I'll look that up for sure. It
Yeah.
says Digest Spectrum on it.
It's
Okay, cool.
and
Thank you.
yeah, right there. Can you see it? Sorry. I got it at Vitamin World. You can get it online too. So Digest Spectrum by Enzymatic. But because I've been, like I could work out really hard and I still got the belly and I'm like, what's going on? But it's I mean, it's starting to go down now, but when I started using that Digest Spectrum and it started helping, because usually when that undigested food, it kind of like sits in your intestines, and it's like you're not really digesting all your food all the way and
Yeah.
getting the nutrients you need from it. So
Yeah.
anyways, but
Curious.
but any other advice or anything you could come up with no gallbladder? It's
Pineapple's
been trial and error for me.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunately sometimes that is how it is. Pineapple also has some pretty good digestive enzymes in it.
Yep.
So you can have
Mhm.
that. I also like to make pineapple peel tea. So I'll buy a whole pineapple, cut it up, whatever. You save the core, you save the peels, you boil it, and then
Okay.
you let it simmer for like 30 minutes. You can season it with like a little ginger, lime.
Yeah.
And then I usually have it cold because it just tastes so good and it's really refreshing. That might also be a good option.
Well, and another thing, just think of that with the pineapple, because I do that too. I've been doing that a lot lately too as well. And then also drinking in the morning fresh ginger. I'll grate some ginger in there and then cloves. I'll let the cloves sit in there, and it's like it just it helps like with the digestive system before before you get up in the morning, and even at night. The clove tea is really good for breaking down the food and just and bacteria, stuff like that. So that it's helped out too as well, and then antioxidants as well. So but anyways, yeah, that's something I've struggled with throughout the years trying to figure out. I think now I'm starting to get on a good rhythm, just trying different things, but definitely the ginger in the morning with my echinacea tea and the cloves, and then of course like you said the pineapple. But I never thought about doing the pineapple with the tea, like boiling that. So thank you. I'll try that out.
Just stretching those dollars extra in this economy.
Yeah.
We all
Oh yeah.
all need that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. All right. We have a couple minutes left. Does anyone have any other questions, things that came up over the hour, things that you're like, she said TikTok science and I thought of this. It sounds really stupid, but it's not stupid. I love myth busting too.
So I actually really like fruit. I like fruit a lot, honestly. I usually do like a yogurt type of parfait, like a granola with either strawberry or vanilla yogurt.
Great.
Is there like good granolas and bad granolas?
Yeah. So
Because
there's
there's like, I know there was like a honey one. It seemed super sweet, seemed kind of on the bad end.
Yeah, so I would say there's healthier granolas, and granolas are just kind of like a lot of bloated sugar. So you definitely want to look at, hold on, let me go grab my granola real quick. BRB.
I put my French vanilla whey protein in, what is it, the Greek yogurt?
Like crush them up in there. That actually sounds good.
Greek yogurt is very not sweet like you would
Now, yeah,
think.
that I try to use Greek yogurt most of the time, even though it doesn't have that much of a taste to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's tart,
it,
so that French
Hey,
vanilla whey protein is good.
yeah,
if
but
you
I
get
definitely,
if you get monk fruit, I don't know if you agree with this or not, but I started
Heard
to
of that.
sweeten the yogurt a little bit. A little monk fruit, it's a little monk fruit liquid sweetener. That
mhm.
I just like 2 drops of that and it sweetens it right up. Like it's really good. But I don't know how you
And
feel about monk
and
fruit.
what is
So
it called?
it's called monk
Monk
fruit.
fruit. It's
Monk
like an all natural sweetener basically, but I'm fine with monk fruit as long as it's like I know for some people it doesn't sit well with their stomach. So
mhm.
if it doesn't sit well with you, don't eat it. But I'm like, unless you're having it multiple times a day, every single day, it's probably fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth a try
Yeah.
It's yeah, and it does
if it
not
make
take a
yeah
lot
Yeah, and
at all.
if you're doing like
yeah
two
man if it
drops too, or like a very little bit, it's fine. I feel like a lot of we can get into this one next time, but
Okay.
I feel like there's a lot of things around like dyes, seed oils, like added sweetener, artificial sweetener,
and
sugar alcohols. And I'm like,
with
whoa,
already having fruit and granola in there, it's already got flavor to it, so you don't really need to add that much sweetness to it. So I feel like a drop or two would definitely
yeah,
do
that's
the
not really,
job.
it's not a drop or two is not gonna like kill you.
Change, make yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this one is the Kodiak. It says protein packed. It is not protein packed by my standard. 17 grams of protein and 270 calories is not quite my favorite thing. I think you could probably get 17 grams of protein for a little bit less. So I will typically do like a half serving of this, but you want to look for um the sugar content. So this only has 9 grams of sugar, including 8 added grams for a whole serving. So if you're having 4, that's only 4 additional grams of sugar. So I'm looking at sugar, I'm looking at the fat content. Is it over like 10 grams or something that I'm kind of like, all right, is it like a grain-free granola or like a paleo granola where they're just using nuts and honey basically? That's when I'm like, okay, that's going to be higher fat. Cool. And then protein for granola if you want it. Honestly, I love the texture of this. I don't eat it for the protein factor. I just really like the taste and the texture. Um, so yeah, that's what I go by. But when we're looking at the ingredient list down here, we have 100% rolled oats, wheat protein, isolate pea protein, tapioca starch. So we're not really getting into sugar or anything until like farther down in the ingredients. So we want to look at what's top. If it's saying like honey or something, it's probably not going to be because the ingredient list is set up by weight. So it'll probably be some kind of whole grain first, or it should be. But I'll put it in here. Purely Elizabeth is another good one.
I
Or
think the
homemade.
one I think I have like a Quaker one.
The Quaker one. Just take a look at it and see if
Yeah,
there's if
it's
it's
like
one
a
of those like,
honey
holy crap,
cluster
this.
one.
Let me see.
Let's see if let me see if I have. I still have some.
No, I can probably pull it up. So it's the nut cluster granola or something.
And I think I'm out actually.
Okay, is it the Simply granola? Does that
Yeah,
sound
I think so.
okay? Let's take a look. Okay. Okay, this isn't terrible. So I'm just reading the nutrition label. So for a half cup, it's 210 calories, 5 grams of fat. Okay. 38 grams of carbs. That's probably from the raisins as well. It's a little high, especially if you're going to have fruit. And then 5 grams of protein. It's got 13 grams of sugar. Again, though, you're having dried fruit in there with the raisins, so that's going to contribute. Whole grain oats, whole grain wheat, those are your first 2 ingredients. And then you have brown sugar and raisins. So that's definitely brown sugar being the third ingredient. That's probably a little bit of a I would give this like a yellow light. So green light would be like, go for it. Red light is no, and yellow light is okay. I would maybe do like a half serving though, especially if you're
Okay.
gonna have fruit with it.
Yeah, no, I kind of do the same thing as you. Like it's kind of just for like the texture and flavor.
Okay.
I don't need that much. Like a half a serving, you said?
Yeah, probably a half serving would
Okay.
be super solid.
All right.
Cool. All right. So it's 8 now. Are there any last minute questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah, real quick.
Later.
It's more like a comment, but have you heard of Tasha buckwheat groats?
Tasha?
Tasha, yeah, it's called
Okay, I've
it's
heard of
buckwheat groat.
buckwheat. Yeah, I've heard
So
of
it's buckwheat groats, and they're like little balls. But what it is, it has all the amino acids in it. So I have a Ukrainian Russian background, and that's
Oh yeah.
what we grow up with. But I looked up
Yeah.
the nutrient contents. It has all the amino acids in it.
Yeah.
Iron, folic acid, all those things. And what I started doing was adding that into my yogurt with some blueberries,
Great.
and it's extreme fiber. And to find something that has all the amino acids your body needs,
Yeah.
it's worth to look up, and it's so easy to make. So,
Cool.
yeah, but just a little FYI for anybody. But anyways, sorry.
No, that's great. That's a great tip because yeah, buckwheat, that does have all 9 amino acids, a great plant-based way to get them in.
Right. And you don't have, there's a lot of the oats, they're sprayed with a lot of chemicals,
Glyphosate,
you
yeah.
know. So these don't. So I usually get the Israeli type. I mean, you can get it online on Amazon, but I get the Israeli buckwheat groats, and man, it makes a big difference as far as like performance, and feeling great within body, because you got all the vitamins and minerals that your body needs. Like it really has changed me when I started implementing that back into my diet. So, anyways, thank you.
Great. No, I love that. I love that. That's great. Great tip. Anyone else got anything? Anything else they want to share? Comments, concerns? All right. So I dropped my number in the chat. Yep, so I dropped that in the chat for everybody. That is my cell phone number. So if you just text me, just say, hey, it's, first name, last name, and kind of where you're from, so that I'm not like, who are you? And I also dropped my email as well. So if you need anything, just feel free to reach out. So thanks for having me, guys. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see y'all in a month.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.